Don't let that phone wreck your home. So many times women want to find out, well, who's he talking to? What's he doing? Listen, if a man is a good provider and a good father, stop worrying about what he is doing. As my father once said, that if you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it. And then what you're going to do when you get a hold of it, take that extra time that you want to snoop and invest it in yourself. Go work out, work with your children, make your home a pleasant place for you to be and for your children to be. Listen, you cannot miss what you cannot measure. Stop going to look for trouble, because what you're going to do is you're going to give the keys to your kingdom to the outside woman. Let that cleanup woman stay out there. That's her job, to clean up the leftovers. But remember, what's on this phone can wreck your home. The choice is yours. Leave it alone.
Ladies, I want to believe that we are all on the same page with what this woman is saying. I want to believe that we are all on the same page with what this mama is saying. Because some of the responses I saw from even some of my fellow YouTubers on this matter, honestly, that is why I'm doing this video today, because I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. What? I'm not happy. What some of you fellow YouTubers are advising your army, your Lola's army to do, your Lola's army to do, your congregation members to do, your Christy congregation members to do. I'm not happy. Oh, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I have to speak my truth. I'm not happy. Because as far as I'm concerned, Mama is saying the truth 100%. Okay? If you are married, or you're in a committed relationship, or you are, living with your soon-to-be husband, what she's saying is 100% truth. So I'm going to debunk a lot of things that a lot of YouTubers who have hundreds of thousands of followers are deceiving you people, telling you people that you should do contrary to that. Okay, please, let's start with number one. Number one, they say you should check his phone. Go ahead, check his phone. Go check his phone. He is the one providing everything in the house, so you must know where the money is going to. Go and check his phone. Madam, sister, auntie, mama, grandma, baby uncle, baby girl, city girl, abeg, cool it down. Cool down, cool down, cool it down for Jesus. Cool it down, cool it down. Just relax. Relax, relax. When they're telling you to go and look through his phone, okay, after you have looked through his phone, because most of these men nowadays, they lock their phone. When they now tell you, look through his phone, you go and pick the phone. The phone is locked. What will you tell him? Open this phone now. Go and open this phone. Open this phone. I want to see who you're talking to. Isn't it? You are having a once cordial, peaceful relationship. You now start working on YouTube advice from people who are not certified relationship experts. They are unverified. They will tell you, go and tell him, go and check the phone. Then he will now start asking you question. Why do you want to see the phone? Is there any problem? You say, because I just want to check the phone. Then the man now start looking at you with his side eye. What's wrong with this one? What's wrong with this one? Because I managed to keep this one in my house. It doesn't even know I'm just tolerating, I'm just managing her. Please, if this is how it is, please let me even go and enjoy myself very well without my side chick. Then what happens? You start running from pillar to post. For those of you who are married, start looking for side chick to fight. No be so? When I go to side begin to look for side chick where you go fight. When you use your own hand to bring friction, suspicion into your home. I just have to say it though. I have to say it. If you're not having any issues with your hubby at home, you have no business going through his phone. Okay? And even if you are having issues with your hubby at home, going through the phone is not going to solve it. I think I've touched on this issue in a previous video of mine. If you're having issues with your hubby at home, going through the phone is not going to solve it. So any of these YouTubers telling you, go through his phone. Many of you, number two, you are suffering from mental health challenges. You want to give yourself further mental breakdown by going through his phone. We are aware of a very high profile this thing self-offing case right now with a very prominent politician and his politician's wife in this country. Ladies, take care of your mental health and not bother about what is happening in your hobby or partner's phone. Please go and take care of your mental health. Don't let any of these social media gurus make you have issue where there's no issue. Even if he's cheating, what are you going to do? What will you do? What are you going to do? Will you fight him? Like how they're encouraging you to fight him? As far as I'm concerned, asking you to go to your husband's phone is to go and fight him. And a man is physically stronger than you. Before you know it, he will strike you, say he has struck you. You start going from one police station to the other, one lawyer to the other. Before you know it, even the police staff will even advise you, madam, please go and resolve this matter. There's a lot of you who are in developed countries that if you say your eyes don't wide past anything, or you don't tear eye for back, begin to start filing for divorce up and down the whole place. When you file for divorce, finish, the man will now bring in the side chick to take your place. Then you are now full of regrets. Then you now be harassing the man and his new wife for more child support and for more alimony. No be so? No be so? I just try to keep it real here with these kind of issues. If you're not having issues with your hobby or your partner or your boyfriend or your living lover, don't fix what is not broken. Okay, ladies? Don't fix what is not broken. Anybody telling you, go through his phone. They themselves that are talking, do they have access to their own husband's phone? Does their husband open phone for them when they command him to open phone? Maybe they are the ones feeding their husband. That's why they are comfortable to tell you to go through the phone. Maybe because they know that if they raise their voice, the husband will shake. Hey, she's the one that's bringing money. Let me just delete all those things and let her open. I'm not saying that their husband is cheating. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying your own husband too is cheating. I'm not saying your boyfriend is cheating. But I'm just giving you scenario. He can decide to delete everything, or he can even decide to have a secret phone he keeps inside his car, or he keeps in his office, or he keeps anywhere he wants to keep. Whenever he's ready to go and see side chick, you open it up and call. How do you know? How do you know however he's choosing to relate with his side chick? If he has a side chick, I'm not saying all of them have all of your men have side chick. I'm not saying that too. I not talk say all of you men una bobo get side chick, or all of una husband get side chick. Maybe waiting I talk. I'm just telling you people. What this woman is saying is 100% truth. I'm all for my women, I'm all for my ladies, but I'm all for you, I'm always all for you. I ride hard for you guys. But relationship is not slavery. Even if you are doing 50-50 with your man, even if you are contributing 50% of the resources with your man, for whatever reason you choose to do that, even though I know I don't succumb to that, I don't support that, but for whatever reason you choose to do that, that does not make the man your slave. Even if you are the primary breadwinner in the relationship, you chose to put yourself in that position, and that position as a woman, puts you in a position of insecurity, because you always be thinking, this man with all this financial investment I'm making on this man, what if he's using my money to pursue women? You know the risk of that. You know the risk in that. That is why we always tell you women, make sure the man is the one doing majority of the provision, so that you don't give yourself high blood pressure by all this social media gurus giving people high blood pressure, start making people do high jump. Go and look through his phone. Go and look through his phone. Look through his phone for what? Rest in your womanhood. Rest in your femininity, please. Put your leg up. Relax. Let him provide. If he can provide 100%, all well and fine. If he can't provide 100%, let him provide at least 65-75%, so that even if you find out such a thing by accident, you no go too pain you. You won't feel so hurt. That is just the reality. There's no perfect relationship. So don't strive for perfection in your relationship, especially when it comes to wanting to know your husband's business all the time, anytime, or front, back, front, looking up, down, up. Okay? Don't strive for perfection in your relationship. Strive for your relationship to be balanced. Not for you to want to own him. You can't own him. You can never own a man. Neither can a man ever own a woman. Everybody had a life before they decided to come together to build a life together. Okay? So don't if you don't pick his phone. If you pick his phone and it's locked, drop it. You hear what I said? Drop that phone. Don't go and meet him and say, open this phone right now. Once you do that, you create tension in your relationship. The man being a man is a hunter. A man is a dominant in nature. He will ask you, he will open it without asking a question. He must ask you, what is it that you're looking for in his phone? He must defend himself. He's a hunter. He will defend himself. You say, what is it that you're looking for in the phone? Yeah, I'm suspecting you. Then he will challenge you. Even if you are the one bringing 50% of the resources, he will challenge you. Say, why do you feel like that? Why do you feel so? He will challenge you and he will defend himself. And if you are insistent, he will become aggressive. And if you continue persistent being aggressive, he may become violent. And women, we are the weaker sex physically. We can never beat down a man. I've never seen where a woman beats down a man, except the woman is twice the man's size. And most of us are not twice our men's size. Okay? Most of us aren't twice our men's size. So, don't put yourself in a position to be physically assaulted because somebody's telling you, go and check his phone. Whatever a man chooses to provide in the home is because he willingly wants to do it. You can't force him to do it. There are a lot of women that are married to very wealthy men, and they don't provide. They don't provide as much as their other men who are not half as wealthy as them that do more for their wives. So, whatever a man chooses to do in his home is because he willingly wants to do it, not because you are forcing him to do it. And even if you succeed in forcing him to do it, okay, even if you succeed in forcing him to do it, he will retaliate. He will retaliate sooner or later. One day he will hit you back. Because you see, men are not emotional like us. They are logical. They are highly logical beings. They are not emotional. So they will act in any way they deem fit to, to make themselves feel good, to make themselves feel like men, to make themselves feel dominant. I'm not saying you should allow a man to bully you. No. But like I said, if it ain't broke, why do you want to fix it? So if it's not broke, why do you want to fix it? If your relationship isn't having any issues, why do you want to, go that route? If he's providing for you, he's doing whatever you have agreed with him to do for the home. Whatever he does behind your back is none of your darn business. Because you're supposed to be living your own life. You're supposed to be having your own hobbies, your own set of associates and friends. Now, story time. Let me give you a story. Okay? Let me give you a story because I know that some of you are still not convinced about what I'm saying, but let me give you a true life story. There was a day my mom, my dad were at home. I was a young teenager at the time, so I was with them. So an urgent call came in from my father's sister-in-law. Oh, come. Something has happened. Something has happened. Say, it was like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And there was a fight in the house between her sister, who is married to my dad's relative, and that she should come and sort it. So my dad looked at my dad said, man and woman matter. In fact, woman matter. He doesn't have strength for it to. He now sent my mom to go. Let her go and know what exactly is going on. Since it's a woman issue. Because the person they asked him to come and meet there, being the man, was not in the house. So what's he going there? Is he going to go and give a woman a pep talk? No. Let my mother go and give the woman the pep talk. That was my own father's school of thought over that matter. So my mom went to the house. What was she hearing? The man, we wanted to go out. He wanted to go out at this so and so time of night. I told him not to go out around 8. He wanted him late in the night, around 8 p.m. We're going for a meeting. And I told you, you cannot go for that meeting until you give me money for this, until you give me money for that. This one, some issue. He now said, okay. She now asked him, did your husband say he will not give you money for it? He said, no. He not saying give me. He might say that when he comes back, let him come back for the meeting because his money matter is going to discuss in the meeting. I said, no, he must give the money now before he must go out. Who is he going to go and see? Is it that he's meeting? He's not, and that woman is going to go and see. This and that by 8 o'clock in the night. He entered, the man ignored her, husband ignored her, entered into the car, drove off. This woman jumped on top of the ceiling of the car. She want to stop the man from going out. The man was mad, he was already moving the vehicle. Her husband moved the vehicle up to the end of their street. She was still not holding on to the ceiling of the roof of the vehicle. He now made a sharp turn into the main express, and she fell off from the ceiling, from the roof of the car. And the man didn't stop. The man zoomed off. The man zoomed off. So it was now my mom that was now came, carried her while she was crying, with all her wounds on her knees and elbow to the hospital. So when they were in the hospital, mother advised her, say, come, madam, you don't have a job. Even your children that go to school, you don't even prepare them to go to school. It is the housekeeper that prepares them to go to school. When I come to your house a lot of times, I see you are still in your wrapper. You have not even had your bath made up. Look good, look fresh. And you are wondering, you are accusing your husband of going out to go and meet other people. When even you are at home 24 hours of the day, you can't even look good for him. When he comes back, he sees a beautiful face at home. He feels happy after struggling, all through the day, going and looking for business. At least when he comes back, let him see a beautiful face. You understand, at home. Yeah, that make him, brighten up his day. You welcome him very well. Instead, you come with fight for money. You come with fight for money. So, madam, my mom told her, you just, number one, you have to set your life straight. And that is starting with first finding a job. You need to get something to keep you busy. Because if you are busy, you won't even have time. You'll be rushing to get your children to bed to sleep for school, and you rushing to sleep for yourself so they can get up for your job or your business for the day. Like my mom was working at the time also. She'll say, look, even me now, I have to go to work tomorrow morning. Me dragging me from by this time of night to go and take you to the hospital to get treated now. I'm going to be late for work tomorrow. So you see, you need to occupy your mind with things. When you occupy your mind with things, you will not have time to be pursuing a man going through his phone. Now I'm going through his phone. Who is he talking to? Which time will you have for that? You will not have time for that. So any social media or any, with hundreds of thousands of followers telling you, get to his phone. Yeah, I want to know how you're spending the money. If he doesn't want you to know how you're spending money, or he presents to you a false account of how he spends money, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You won't believe it, and you begin to look for another source of trying to find out. That is plain looking for trouble. And anything you meet at the end of the road in that man's hand, you have only yourself to blame. So, until next time, see you soon. Take care. God bless. And bye.